Fingers crossed. Look at that, it's so beautiful.
Welcome to Cat and Raven Designs. I'm Cat, they, them.
And I'm Raven, she, her. And welcome back to another design in the Celestial Prism collection. This is our July collection coming out on the 31st, the last Friday of the month at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you want to check it out, we're going to have a total of 4 designs for you. This is design number 3. This is mine, and this one is called Refraction. I'm going to Mike Wazowski you here.
Mike Wazowski.
Here is my design that I'm going to be working on today. I wanted this to look like a rainbow prism of light traveling through space. I loved that idea so much, and I needed some more pastels to make it really prism. And I'm feeling a little bit like between my first design, Moon's Blessing, and this one, I might have accidentally done a Sailor Moon.
Moon Prism Power, make up.
Definitely possible. So this might be a bit of a struggle. Kat and I were discussing it here before we got started because I am doing 3 pours here, 2 pours in black plus my pastel rainbow here in the center. That pastel rainbow is a very small amount of soap. It is about 19 ounces of oils. So each color is with lye and fragrance, maybe about 4 ounces. It's going to be difficult. So we're going to do our best. Pray for me, okay? Give me some good vibes in the comments. I need it, I think. I'm nervous. But let's talk fragrance and colors for how we're going to achieve this. My fragrance is coming from Candle Science. It is Arctic Ivy. You'll have top notes of eucalyptus, bergamot, lemon, and sage. Middle notes of camphor, fig, rose, and green leaves, and a base of amber and musk.
You're the one with the musk soap. You're the one with the musk soap.
I'm sorry. It's my fault. However, it smells fantastic, and I think it's really going to work for the design, so I think I can be forgiven. And then for my colorants, like I mentioned, I'm going to have those 2 black pours. So this is just black iron oxide with super sparkles. This should show up a little bit better in this one than it did in my first one, which is just a touch glittery, but not that much. I think it's going to show up a lot better here. And I wanted it to be dark enough to look different from Into the Umbra that we just did last week. And then for my pastel rainbow center, I'm going to be mixing my titanium dioxide into my lye and separating it out into my rainbow colors here. Again, fingers crossed. We are hopeful. I think it's time to get started. Let's go ahead and do safety mode and let's make some soap. So we're going to be starting off by separating my 2 layers of black. Whenever we're doing something like this, I always like to mix all the colorant into the whole batch first. So that way both pours will be identical. I only need about 1/3 of the total batch, so half of this. Oh, it's a pretty pour though. And a little bit more. Oh my God, I'm doing a cat right now. All right, now I can set that aside. I won't need that again until the last pour. So it's just gonna be in the way otherwise. Now I can add my lye so that this can go through a chemical reaction called, say it with us, folks,
Saponification.
saponification. So that is the chemical reaction that will make this turn into bar soap. I'm going to do my best to blend this and its twin layer exactly the same if I can help it, so that way we don't introduce too much air and cause any differences in the final outcome. Fingers crossed. I feel like I have a lot of luck that I'm hoping for with this one. All right, let's give her a blend. That ought to do. Then I have my mold, and I have our custom 3D printed mold prop for our brambleberry molds. This is a 3D printed thing. Actually, let me turn this way so you can see it a little better. There we go. This is a 3D printed model that I designed myself, especially for soap making. This first pour is going to be nice and easy. All I got to do is just get the soap in the mold. Easy peasy. There we go. Okay, I'm going to give this a quick scrape of the bowl to get everything in there because I don't need to hang on to any of it at all. And then we will let it set up. So, one sec. Welcome back. my first layer is all set up and ready to go. As you can see, it is angled and able to stay as such. So we are ready to mix up what is likely to be my trouble layer. So I have to move relatively quickly because not only do I need to blend this properly, I need to then separate it out into all the colors, mix those all up, and then get them into a container to be poured into the mold. You see where my concerns are coming from. But if all goes well, we'll be just fine, hopefully. I think what I'm going to do is prep my container here, and I'm going to pour this in while I'm blending to maximize a nice even mix. Here we go. Okay, don't want to blend too much. And then we need to start measuring. Like I mentioned, I need about 4 ounces in each color. Let's maybe start with the right color so that we have a nice, fun little transition point. Here we go. Pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. I need to get all this white out of here so I can pour all the colors back in. I don't need white. We're just going to have extra pink. Now here comes the really hard part. I need to get everything back in here. I think I'm going to start with purple. I'm going to do 2 pours of each color. Oh, I'm so worried it's going to be super muddled. Oh! Hope for the best, hope for the best, hope for the best. God, this is a terrible shot, isn't it? Sorry.
Yeah, there's not much I can do about it.
Yeah, there's not really a good shot here.
I will get a shot of it before you pour it real quick.
Yeah, I'll make sure that you get an angle that you can see that. All right, we're doing okay so far, knock on wood. Still getting movement, which is what I need. And my last one. Okay. So here is my cup. A little messy, but so long as this comes out good, it doesn't matter. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Okay. Oh, it's gonna muddle. Oh, I just know it's gonna muddle. No. But look at that inside. How cool is that?
It's so pretty.
It looks neat. Oh, I'm nervous. Okay, I don't want it to fill up any higher than that because I really want to make sure that all you see on the top is black. I don't want any of the color peeking through. Okay, let's let it set up.
My mic's working. Is yours?
Yep. Should
Yep.
be.
I'm seeing. Actually, like it's coming up green, but the volume's way down on yours.
Yeah, because I'm quieter than you.
Yeah. Right. Okay, there we go.
I'm just quieter than you. That's all. Whew. All right. Time for the final pour. I remain deeply concerned that this is going to be really muddled in the final cut. I'm so I'm like trying to adapt to it already. If it is, I'm sorry, but let's get the last pour done. This is going to be the last bit of black. So same as usual, got my oils. This was the other part of that earlier batch. Let's go ahead and blend. You know, when you've just sort of resigned yourself to failure. I don't want to fail, but I don't know. It's just not looking as promising as I was hoping. But in goes our last pour here. Pretty and sparkly. At least the black will look good. That's for sure.
Right?
Let me get you an even better angle here. Look at that. Pouring some Galaxy straight in there. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Look at that. Gorgeous. While this is still pretty wet, I have a final little detail that I'm going to put on here. I have Zero Gravity and Spacewalk from Mad Micas, and I'm going to be dusting just a little bit of this on top to give it kind of a galaxy vibe. And I want this to still be relatively wet so that it doesn't come off when you're immediately touching the soap. Okay, here we go. Oh, I love that.
You can almost see it on camera.
It is pretty subtle. Definitely, that was the intention. All right. Whew, okay. I really want this to come out well. I really do. Okay, We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. So we are halfway through the video, and like usual, it is time for your sacrifice to the algorithm gods in our name. If you're not already subscribed, make sure that you do so down below. Leave a like, leave a comment. You know how this works. It's appreciated. And your reward is a close-up on the top of the soap. Let's go. All right, I've moved the light a little bit to try and give you a better angle for the subtleness on the top of this. Oh my god, I love it so much. Oh. Even if the inside doesn't turn out great, at least the top looks fantastic. So we're going to let this set up overnight, and we will come back tomorrow to cut this down into bars. Fingers crossed. See you in a second. Bye.
Bye.
Look at that. It's so beautiful. I'm at this point with my hair growing out where I feel like I look like a gay Karen. I don't know if I like that. I don't like that.
We can both be gay Karens together.
I don't want to be a Karen. Unless I'm using it for good, I don't want to do it. Anyway, welcome back. I have my lovely abstraction soap. Abstraction, Jesus. We were talking about Amazing Digital Circus, weren't we? Not abstraction, refraction. I have my refraction soap with no soap butt, but definitely a soap side, only on one side though. I'm hopeful. Maybe a little bit more hopeful than I was yesterday. I'm still a little concerned about how this is going to come out. And don't mind if you can hear like tapping. That's the refrigerator cover or the freezer cover smacking into the window in the wind.
It is windy.
Hey, that's good. I'll take windy, please. Okay. Are you ready?
I am.
Here we go.
I haven't got it.
Just get it over with, Raven. Being a big old baby.
Rip the Band-Aid off.
Vanya, why? Oh my god, Vanya, why? All right. Hopefully not muddled. Let's go! Ooh. Maybe a little bit of muddling, but it's not too bad. Okay. Okay. And you know, it isn't quite like the way that I had the design in my head because it was meant to look more like, you know, a ray of light traveling through space. And maybe it still looks like that. I don't know. What do y'all think?
Death Ray! Gay Death Ray.
It's a gay death.
Oh no! Here to make the universe gay.
It almost looks like in movies, like in sci-fi movies, where there's like a big, huge battleship and it's like flying in. They're always triangular for some reason. It's a big gay battleship.
It's a tractor beam. It's a big gay tractor beam.
So there's the top. Top's looking pretty cool. Yeah. Big gay tractor beam. Let's see. Can you see the glitter in the black?
Yes.
Yeah. A little bit stronger than the Moon's Blessing that I did already. That you really couldn't see a whole lot of the glitter unless you're like super up on it, but I think you can see it better on this one. All right, so here is my final soap versus my original design. Pretty close. I do still feel like I wish it was more of that like Dark Side of the Moon album cover kind of vibe with the shape, but I'll take the big gay battleship, the big gay death ray in space. I think I'll still take that. So there it is. Overall, I'm happy. I'm just amazed I was able to get that little soap into a rainbow because that was teeny tiny. Oh, I don't have my water bottle because I left it at my mom's house. I don't have water. With that, we are finishing up today's video. And as usual, I'm going to remind you to check out our vlog channel. It's got all the behind the scenes stuff. You see the making of everything that goes into putting these together and getting ready for launch day. And it is admittedly mostly me. I do all our admin work. So if you're wanting more of Raven off this vibe, then there you go. And sometimes Cat.
On the rare occasion you catch me.
Like, y'all should be lucky I can get Cat on the camera like this. I'm amazed I can at all, frankly.
I like doing live streams.
And it is time for your hydration reminder. A little sad for me today because I was at my parents' house for the good portion of today and I left my water bottle in my mom's car. So I have old-fashioned water options for myself here. We're going to be raw dogging water straight out of a cup today. So
You are.
if that's you, welcome. We're going to do it together. So we're going to take a 5-second sip. If you're ready, let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Bottoms up. And with that, we thank you again so much for being here. It's always appreciated. Thank you for checking out our silly little soaps and the stuff that we do. You're the best. And we will catch you for next week's video and launch day next week too. So put it on your calendars. We'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
And we have the test bunch.
Nice.
Boring.